If you can look at a human being and see, and it comes back to our conversation before about Dan PENA and the idea that, as far as I'm concerned, he's symptomatic of a sickness within our civilization, but I can see him as a human being, and in a more humane way, he's bearing his vulnerabilities and his fragility through what he's saying, and you can see the way that power operates over him, rather than seeing him as this ogre or this monster or this perennial other. He's actually, he's in me and I'm in him. And I think it depends on the way that we perceive crime. We look at human beings, even someone that stabs a person in the street, and if we can deconstruct what they've done and see that in some way or another, they're actually reaching out for embrace. As strange as it seems to people, as absolutely strange as it seems to people, through that lashing out and that communication, there's a yearning to be loved in it. If we really deconstruct almost everything human beings do, we can find that the seed of some of it, a feeling that they have a need to be loved by other people. So when we look at these things and we can actually analyze the structural things, look at the history and the trajectory that creates people, it will mean that when we meet other people, that other won't necessarily exist in our head, because we'll have the power of imagination. It's about the failure of imagination, because it means that I can't quite stretch the limits of my perception to understand that this human being I'm sitting in front of is not the human being that I read about in the newspaper this morning. Very easily people do it. And it's about protection. I understand why people do it. They are defending and protecting themselves. But if we can allow that fluidity in our own conception of ourselves, but also in our conception of other people to take place, then it means that we can have a far wider space for acceptance of human beings and patience in understanding things, rather than jumping to hyperbolic and easy conclusions.
And Dan PENA is a victim of what? The pornographication of wealth? What is he a victim of?
I mean, of course, any reading that I have of him is only through your videos. It's superficial and it's shallow. What I feel, though, is that he is a product of a society which is abrasive and obnoxious in its deification of wealth, and its idea that wealth is the be-all and end-all of you, and that if you don't have it, you're not lovable, and that having it makes you lovable. And so I think that this veneer that he has covers up something which is wounded, That's my estimation. That's my estimation.
That mentality sounds like hip-hop a little too.
Social stratification wounds us all in one way or another.
Yeah, I don't think you're far off. It's very complex, but you're not far off.